If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy. Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What, did you expect it to have an entourage?
How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say, Madam Conduit.
Arise, fair dead! Seize upon our enemies!
vermin!
I need another chance! Target dances in shadows.
Meet your demise! Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
Indeed. For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Counselor Jake's murder.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
Appears to be locked.
Look! A wanderer comes my way, walking the sands upon which this poor shell must suffer. Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. An exiled shell, doomed to live under. My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim that, of course, they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long. Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water, swing me as far as your arm's strength gives lease, and treasure long sunk I will grant thee. What do you say, kind knight? Will you... Liberator, kind benefactor. The sea, I have returned. My every wave feels like a mermaid's kiss. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
This seems to be broken. Is that a mine in the middle of my path? I'd better step around it. This seems to be broken. Let's see. Key, lockpick, or hammer? King's tomb, is it? I've always heard there was more to these than meets the eye. Well, what's this I've spotted?
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past the Legion.
Calm down, Junius. Does it look like one of them orcs to me?
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius? Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Scythiel.
I've such use for long.
What do you want to know? So, it's Jake you're looking for. Ship sailed on that one, I'm afraid. Fellow's dead.
Can't tell you much more, except that I heard he was found face down in a puddle of blood.
They say 'twas his wife that did it, and I'd bet a bottle of brandy there.
As if that proves anything. Just keep your trap shut, will you, Bibius?
So, yes, where fishermen come to live and street dogs come to die. Now, which of the two would you be, then?
Just cut the cackle, will you, Bibius? Now then, not that I could blame them. Bunch of barbaric bastards, a lot of them.
Well, we did bring a legion.
Just bite your lip, will you, Bibby? We're legionnaires, of course. On the lookout for orcs.
Liberators of Shh!
Just pipe down, will you, Bibius? Aye, a noble word for watchdog.
Best way to call.
Just put a sock in it, will
Ever kept the watch? Stood on the lookout for hours on end, bored still.
Hold on, not so quickly. You may not be an orc, but that doesn't mean I trust some outlet. Come, I'm taking...
See, Junius? He means no harm. Come along, run up. Come, let's have another drink while you still can. To your very good health.
And yours, Bibius. Here goes.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken. Might need to blow this one open. Well, what's this I've spotted? Well, what's this I've spotted? Well, what's this I've spotted?
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it.
Wherever black robes tread, chaos follows.
A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it. I think I hear voices downstairs. The last thing I need is to surprise another angry summoner. What's that? I think there are hidden foes ahead.
My robes are soaked! You'd better hope there's no hint of a flame in this place. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. No one can get in here but us and the boss. You don't know that! Those cultists...
Strange sort of pit. There must be a strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it.
Eternal silence awaits you. This is the end for you! This seems to be broken.
This seems to be broken.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it? In life, I toiled to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitors are mine to destroy. I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure. Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Run if you like to.
in my foes!
Let us make them pay, friends.
Death is a dog deliverance!
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
What venom churns within me?
Face the unending darkness.
Hoping someone special will be impressed by the way you wield that great heaving weapon?
Here lies Master Ragequin's first apprentice, killed by a falling corpse.
You should have enough liquid courage in your system by now that you're ready to face an army. Lovely day for a swig and a song, isn't it? What do you want to know? Soy seal, yeah.
Just cut the... Not that I could blame them. Bunch of...
Well, we did bring...
Just buy you...
Fairly well.
I run, they fall. I like this game. commander.
Damn traitor.
How very
Where are
curious.
Phineas and Junius?
And
Did they hear the
disquieting.
fight?
Filthy beasts, I'll kill the last one of you.
Filthy beast! I'll kill the last one of you!
What fool would trust a two-bit lock pushing out of a backstage circular from youthful gore?
I like you much better with your guts on the floor.
I like you much better with your stuff on the ground.
When this little challenge fades, you liberate the flesh from our faces.
Taken before his time. Far before his time.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's
What fool would trust a two-bit lock pushing out of a backstage circular from youthful gore?
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil. You're as welcome as so you were at... There we are. Ha ha! So, now that the cat is out of the bag, it's hard to put my finger on it. Captain Aureus, though, the local... Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's... So there are. Or rather, there is. She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make... Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack.
Pushing out of a backstage circular from youthful gore.
And yet, I have heard rumors. I don't quite know what to make of this. Ah, the undead. The Legion someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancy. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this. We've cordoned off the western beach. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront. Oh, but that's not a trick. Such magic is to be out in the night. But of course, it's handy. I'm glad we've met, Source. Once you're there, just take the stairs. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter.
Sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arthur mentioned?
Lost dogs have learned how to play with fire.
Orcs have learned how to play with fire.
Lost have learned how to climb fire.
Side seal, shiver me timbers, it's living me heels.
The ship's blades never higher.
We mustn't let the flames strengthen the harbor.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
A struggle? What kind of struggle?
The signs are unclear. Tell me, have you felt the smell?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Tell it to mind its own business.
Now, there's that famous Scorpius temper of yours.
Side seal,
Slimy,
shiver me
reeking,
timbers, it's living me
rotting
heels.
sea garbage.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtius, proud protector of this house of Legion goods. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in Curtius is my name. The Legion is my calling.
Well, a source hunter. A very hearty welcome to our humble warehouse. I tell you, this gig sure beats getting my toes bitten off by the hand, of course. Every night. Have you talked to him? Thinks every man, woman, and child who steps foot in this place. This gig, then again, and you didn't hear this from me, but I imagine he. Oh, it's an.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
Well, I suppose I'd be a fool to suspect a thought.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Us and the boss. You don't know that? Those cultists have been poking about for days.
One day coming. Vengeance will be ours.
I like you much better with your guts on the floor. I like you much better with your guts on the floor.
Filthy beasts, I'll kill the last one of you.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting. Ah, but I see you're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. So you were, and so you weren't. There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake. It's hard to put my finger. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock, so there are. She seems... Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her. A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like... And yet, I don't quite know what to make of this news. But, the undead. The Legion. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already. We've cordoned off the western beach. There's nothing of interest along the water. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Such magic is to be out in the night. But of course, it's handy. I'm glad we've met. Once you're there, just take the step. And with that...
Sects? Undead? Orcs? Oh, looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Ahu mentioned?
Well, you see, the gold and silver planets in square aspect suggest a struggle within you.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
There's that famous Scorpion's temple.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up. Size seal, shiver me timbers, sliver me heels.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
One of the girls are sending another.
The ship's blazing ever higher.
What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save her.
Come on, then. Put your backs into it.
What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
Blazing ever higher.
The ship's blazing ever higher!
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicily? Name's Godwin. Cargo. Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city, but I'll tell you, the only time that... Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicily? Those orcs must be... I'll tell you. The name's Conrad. Sailor, what news? Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicily?
Rivellon can't cross a rope.
Blasted orcs learn how to play with fire. We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbor.
Are these the biggest buckets we've got?
We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbor!
rising ever higher. We need more help. She's what? The ship's rising ever higher. One of the orcs are sending another. We need more help or she's lost. The orcs have learned how to play with fire. We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save us. What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
Blasted orcs have learned how to play with fire.
Blasted orcs learn how to play with fire. We'll be leaving as soon as we're back.
The ship's rising ever higher.
Are these the biggest buckets we've got?
If you're taking...
Salutations! Source Hunt, this is a storing house for Liege Courtiers is my name. Salutations! This is a storing house for Liege Courtiers is my name. Desist, prowler. None shall pass through this door, for with my very life, my guarding of this door has been more steadfast than the coming of the times. Nothing can make me back down from my duty. Well, I suppose...
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
If there were thieves, why would we be guarding this place? Think!
Makes sense, sir.
This place reeks of all stench.
God, duty's not nothing bad. Hey,
Would be quite a bit.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pocket.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero, the whole of... No, scratch that. Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be. And that is a man of medicine. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become... better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each...
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for. See here. You and I share the same pattern. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Indeed. Indeed, gold is even so, my friend. Matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes.
What they want in Hunter's Edge, I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you... I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take... I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient. More than I'd hoped, comrade. There's Mayor Cecil's doings, and on top of it all... Now, don't get me wrong. But from what I've heard, I suspect an illegal fella seems like a humble doctor. But I bet a loose-lipped fishmonger, hardly the habit of an innocent... You mean you don't already know, comrade? Well, you know the old expression.
Oh, how frightfully disappointing.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade?
Ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
The likes of which I doubt.
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship. A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, the moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. So I was. What friends I had. They Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milked Maxine. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket. By all means.
I was washing up and nudging the last of the lushes out of the door when a cloaked woman... Lucky for the perpetrators, I was rinsing bottles in the back when the terrible deed took place and saw nothing. Been at the King Crab?
Mind-control vibrations, I'm sure.
A source hunter? I'd like to report some dark magic. Been at the King Crab nearly 10 years now, personally. See, I think I'm one of the last folks to hear, though that I was lucky for the...
That's only roast pig.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yes, eager excuses more holes than a slice of this fine almond leg.
Red and orange. Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to enter this... Stop right there. Until...
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond leg.
What are ye staring at? Captain Jack's the name. Though those scallywags are there be silver in the Lacula mine.
Tomatoes? Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little stroll around the market, isn't it?
Scrolls to entussle you.
You there, cut it out.
Hey, stop that.
Ah, hello, Purport. I'm a painter. I travel...
Well, hello there.
Potions to bemuscle you. Scrolls
Careful,
to
comrade.
entussle you.
I've seen sorcerers infuse even lowly fowl with dark enchantments.
My, what a strong and handsome officer. Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed... I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both... Well, what do you want to know? Since the beginning, this has been a particularly favoured region of Rivellon. They're nightmare incarnate, aren't they? Let a priest explain that to me. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town. So what happened? Some of...
Quite adamant about her innocence. I'll need to look for evidence if I want to prove she did the evil deed.
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. That I am. I have spent... You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh, yes, a city. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do anything.
Source Hunter, I know you're probably... We've been conducting a series... Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second in command. But rest assured, I am a... Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between our order. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can... The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil, after all. the bravest among my men, and women tell me they are weaker in the west. I shall be very glad to share what information. If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteer, 3 landmarks were chosen for further. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs. The locals say it's haunted. There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. A local archaeologist offered. There's a church to the northeast of here. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But so I did. The chances of
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Furious. She bit
That's
me in
it,
the
troops.
face.
Train up while you can.
I'll need to unlock
the
this
next
somehow.
orcish strike
Good luck
could land
out there.
Salutations. You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being out. I sincerely hope you...
You return marks of victory, Hunter. We'll vanquish our foes yet. You're a source.
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Get to safe, recruit.
Sorry, sir.
I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
She bit me in the face.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade? Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against the gnashing hordes, eh?
Attention! About face!
Hey, no, I think
the
that was an inside.
Nuts! Recruits! That was
You don't think it's effective, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Furious. She bit me in the face.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil. I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into drivelling hordes of their own misshapen Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can... Esmeralda is Jake's wife. What? You're going to stand there and claim with us? If you must. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sects, sorcerers. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of our who's... How am I enjoying? We are the pride of Rivalon. To be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark and lurk in corners like some I could mention. No, we protect... I'd say that...
Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast. And indeed, I am both. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the... You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother... To my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. To be out in the night. To stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my... I'm my own wizard, you know. And I don't intend to become anyone's familiar. By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. I can but piece together what few morsels fell. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion. I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife, Esmeralda. Now, it may well be established that she is, in fact, the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry. And what might those be?
Can you spare a...
Those who are raising the dead dwell among us. They simply must be. But even though the enemy is wily. They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways to avoid both detection and distrust. Yet you have a flair for understatements, Hunter. I'm sure they are but a minor nuisance in the eyes of a born warrior. But to the Legion they are green-skinned until they conclude what mischief they intend to see through. Oh, a mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering...
And even when... I don't know how he...
Seal, what you're made of!
Sorry, sir. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do? Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against more than I'd hope. There's Mayor Cess, and on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shack. It's no coincidence. Way back, don't let the name fool you, though. These days, the forest is little more than in the days of old. By now, it's more than I'd hope. There's Mayor, and on. Now, don't get me, but Ostella seems hardly. You mean you don't already?
So ardent did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think,
Join us if you got an eye for farm potatoes. I could have had a new lamb by now.
Undead at every exit! Orcs upon the harbour! We're sealed in!
Those dark rogues' nuts really rough.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomato.
Owen has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Source Hunter. I'd like to report...
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to... Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed up...
Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible! 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 By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here? Oh, yes, proper introductions. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully all that is. As for how I got here, well, for a historian appointed by the gods, how you on such a tiny and rapid... at last a question I cannot... Time ought naturally to show...
Quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him. Have a look through the looking glass.
Come now. Come. You first. You first. But don't dilly-dally. You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal! It's... the portal! It's quite you, dear Those torches! A light! This portal! Goodness me, how... It is the... I can't say for sure. It's not that I... Then, no longer the... though I can... In fact, but why... After you... You first. But don't dilly-dally. Yes! Just as I hoped! There she is! There it is! Come, don't delay!
The wild ride continues. It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he hoped to find here.
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests, I see. Strange.
My reaction exactly, milady.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, if any other being in Rivellon asked me, but you are different. So please, a stone. So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Not like this, no. Never had I experienced something so contrary, but yours has. You appeared before me.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, Your guests are a mystery to me. I see source hunters. Starstone, do you see?
Mysteries of all time.
It would appear that Starstone transforms.
I see.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must.
Why, of course.
Without these stones, Hunter.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please. What'll it be, Source Hunter? The glint in your... No, but you'll need a... Luckily, off you go then. You cross my heart, hope to... Before you go, I hope you'll be... The Lady of Time, the Weaver of History. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Im. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your all-encompassing...
I am the last test. The last test. The last... I am the last test. The last test. The last test.
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon.
I'd say what Zigzags and the Weaver will. I need more evidence before I'll buy into this wild tale.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth.
Or the finality of tick-tocking time.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and I'll be delighted to give it. Dark. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone while you were being lectured by our friend the historian, and the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring.
Unknown all time. I'll tell you who you are. Source hunters. Members of the most esteemed order in Rivellon. Here, I knew you weren't the type to be taken in by such high-flying, pie-in-the-sky nonsense. The magic...
That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent, and let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without... I'll not pretend... If Zigzags worries, I worry. I met him first, so I told him who I was and showed him my human form. In the end, he even shared, don't we all? But perhaps like any cat worth its salt, though, Oh, before you go, you'll need the... Now that this matter has been...
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Steady, boys.
Slimy,
Steady.
reeking,
We'll be leaving
rotting
as soon as we're
sea
packed up.
garbage. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
We are colleagues. Come now, it's just a freeze. Will you please turn your praises elsewhere?
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
These gates are to remain closed at all times. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognise you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation? You can see security's tighter than ever. We can only... I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. I certainly hope you know what you're doing, Source Hunter. Right, open her up.
Look alive, my good man. This gate'll be short work for a well-equipped contingent of orcs.
Steady, boys.
I can't even
Steady.
smell the sea
We'll be
air
leaving
over
as
this
soon as we're
rock.
packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
The Sicilians retreated from this battle. What about the orcs?
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Side sail, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Steady, boys. Steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Still thinking about exploring? The gate is unlocked. As source hunters, you're free to come and go as you please.
Oh, hello! What have we here? An adventurer, I judge, by the world-weary look of your... Charla is my name, good friend. In any case, has been so many wonders. Have a look by all means. You look like just the sort of self-starter to appreciate what I mean. Weapons, 4 of them, that the intrepid adventurer can improve and upgrade as he travels if he finds the right pieces. See them? See them? Judge for yourself. Goodbye then, good friend. Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy. Charla is my... In any case, so many wonderful... Have a look by all means. You look like... Goodbye then, good friend. Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to buy, I could set all that aside for a few delicious moments. You there, cut it out. it's no bone off my nose, Chasm, in any case. Have a look through my wares if you like to... What do you think you're doing? Well, it's no bone off... Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to buy, I could set all that aside for a few delicious moments. Stop that!
Fleet of foot. I'm invincible.
Into the fray once more.
frost.
Safe from my arrows. How could that happen? Chaos grips my hands today.
Treasure! Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows. Fortune!
I've spotted something interesting.
Hypocrites! Liars! Fiends! I'd pour out a whole pipe for you if I could, brother.
right about this place.
treasure, just lust. I'd pour out the whole pint, really. Precious treasure, just lust. Precious treasure, just lust. Precious treasure, just lust.
These footprints are enormous. What kind of behemoth could have made them?
skin!
These footprints are enormous. What kind of behemoth could have made them? These footprints are enormous.
Watch out. Orcs that large think with their clubs, not their heads.
It's too slowly to sustain me.
Mm-hmm.
reeking, rotting sea garbage. I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
I spotted something.
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always...
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain. As you prepare to break ground, you gaze at the dirt. You plunge your shovel into the earth.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I...
What's this? I found something.
Say, no one's around.
Burrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat with...
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear. Oh, my story's tired by now. I was a happy enough, prosperous. I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times. But what choice have I got now? So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
That's the spirit! Or should I say...
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
No, I paid for it. The merchant just left, but I paid. I paid before.
You were a witness to...
can't thank you enough for your...
Well, sorry to have bothered...
Yours for a scrap of gold each.
I've just got back from the realm of fairy.
It never ends around here. There's a...
I've just got back from the realm of fairy.
Again!
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I just want you to try and squeeze one.
Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of hunters?
Ah, pointless chatter with strange. Can I tell you? I suppose I can. And I could. But why would I turn my attention away from this whiskey when Mendius right outside? How curious of you. It's you. Just, can I tell you? I said, how curious of you to show in...
A source hunter?
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffron's, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
I'm Captain O...
Oh,
How?
wait,
You.
wait,
No.
Now,
wait,
I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
How can I help you, my friend? But, oh, my, you see, too. Oh, but that's such to be out in the night. To stalk, but of course, I see it, how, I'm, now it, I can, what might those be? Though, be, you, oh, how can I help you? But, oh, my, you too, but, oh, that'll never, I can, but I see, it took a while, how and what, now it, and what might be, you, oh, a mere,
Sorry, sir.
whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Look careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Look careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.